Hey guys, welcome back to the Quad Billy Garage. I want to go over a couple of things today because if you're anything like me, I enjoy working on my wheeler as much as I do riding them. And through the years, I've found a few tools that make that a lot more enjoyable out in the shop. I'm going to go over that with you today. And these are just my opinion. I'm sure you guys have your own things that you like. And if you do, put them down in the comments. I'm always interested to hear ideas. Okay, in no particular order, first thing I want to share with you guys are these Knipex. They kind of look like channel locks, but they have these on the tip that rotate. I don't know if you can see that. They're for the spring type hose clamps so that you can get on them, and especially in rough places, squeeze and then pull them away. These work great. They're part number 8551250A. You can get these off of Amazon. I think they're about 20 some bucks, but especially when those hose clamps are in really crappy spots and you got to get down in there and you can pull them away. Makes it awesome. Next up is this ratcheting screwdriver set. However, these bits are really short, about half the length of a normal bit. They go in into the tool, and then so you can get into the tight screws. These actually work good on carburetors too. I got this set offline. I'll put a link down in the description. And 15 bucks I think it was. But man, does this really make things a whole lot easier. If you've watched any of my videos, you've seen how much, or heard me complain how much I hate plastic push pins. I picked these up. These are plastic push pin pliers. It was a 2 set. They're made by Gear Wrench. Now the way these work is you have your little dimples on either side of your push pin. These come in, you grab it right by those, pull, and I've only used them a few times, but man, they work slick. It comes with this set that has just a slight offset, and this set to where you can get them at almost a 90 degree. Again, I'll put the link down in the description. Next thing is this little Power Probe brand butane torch. This thing, it's really designed for wiring. However, working on four-wheelers, this thing has become invaluable. A lot of times with the corrosion from the mud, you'll have stuck bolts. You can get this in, you have a very pinpoint flame. You can heat up a nut or a bolt or anything you need and help get it broke loose. Use this for wiring and for shrink tubing and things like that. This again, I want to say, I don't remember the price, but I'll put the link down in the description. You'll have to buy butane, and the same butane you use in lighters, you fill it from the bottom. And I filled it, I've only had to fill this just a few times, and man, I have really used it a lot. This thing has been a lifesaver. The next thing is this light from Harbor Freight. It's rechargeable, and it is bright and cheap. It has a fold-out handle, so you can get it in places. And what I like most about it is it does not have a magnet that picks up metal shavings from when you've been drilling and everything. You can put it on a stand. It's bright. It's rechargeable. It has a couple of different modes. I don't understand why you would ever need the flashing in the shop. But this thing, I want to say, is $27 at Harbor Freight. Worth every penny. Super nice. And not only that, but if you take it with you out riding, it has a USB port that you can charge your phone from. highly recommend this. Again, this is you can get this at Harbor Freight. Next thing I like, and isn't that you can buy this in any one specific place. This is just a kit I've assembled over the years. What it is just heat shrink tube, extra fuses, wiring, butt connectors, things like that I keep in the shop and I take when we go riding in case we have an issue. These things are invaluable, and I highly recommend when you do your wiring on these things that you use heat shrink on the connectors, especially if you're using these crimp-on style connectors. I do like to solder a lot of things, and you can use this for soldering in a pinch. I have a soldering iron, but in a pinch out on the side of the trailer or back at camp or whatever, you can use this to fix your wiring or do what you need to do. But I keep different, the larger fuses in here. I keep the mini fuses. I have a cheapy toggle switch, just a couple of different items in here that always come in handy and can get you out of a pinch. And the thing you probably see me use on the channel the most is this Milwaukee 1/4 inch drive extended reach cordless ratchet. This is probably my favorite tool of all time. You can get in to places because of the long head. It's more powerful than you think it is, and it just makes, especially when you have something in a real crappy spot, you can get in there, run it out, and it saves you from tearing up your knuckles and getting cramps in your hand. And the companion to that, and there's other brands to these. You don't have to buy Milwaukee, and you don't have to buy this extended neck either. Harbor Freight sells these, DeWalt, several other manufacturers have these for less money, but this I highly recommend. The companion to that, and this is Gear Wrench brand, but they're 1/4 inch drive to fit it, swivel sockets. And with a couple extensions and stuff, and you put that on this ratchet, man, can you get to some bolts that are a serious pain in the ass. These will make your day in the shop a lot more enjoyable. I cannot recommend these enough. And again, there's other manufacturers, but I got these off of Amazon. They're Gear Wrench brand, and I want to say they were around $40 some. Then the next item I want to talk about is this cart I featured on the channel the other day. Guys, I'm very, very happy with this thing. For the money, I don't think it can be beat. We used it all weekend long on project stage 3 of the SS Brute Force. Man, did it make things nice. Lower it, raise it. It was stable. Very, very affordable way to have a lift for your wheeler in your garage that's not going to take up a ton of space. And then when it's not in use, can also double as a workbench like this. You can pick this up at Harbor Freight. If you watch for the sales, you can get it for around $250 off the door. They retail for $279. Again, I'll put the link down in the description. All right, again, this is just a couple of things that I enjoy using. Anything that you guys might have or any ideas, man, please put them in the comments below. I'd love to see what you have going on. The other thing I'd like to do is I'd like to just send a shout out to another channel called Dirt Obsession. Those guys have given me some support, made some comments, and have just been pretty stinking cool. And I want to tell them I appreciate it. I appreciate the encouragement, and I'm a huge, huge fan, and I can't wait to see what you guys have coming up this year. Now, the one thing that I like to have in the shop more than anything is my son. I like spending time with him, out riding and working in the shop, getting things done. And that's what this is all about. Getting your buddies in the garage with you on the weekends or through the winter, and your family, and having a good time. So guys, spend time with people you care about doing this, and it'll make it much more enjoyable. Please don't forget, we have the 100 subscriber 100% goggle giveaway. We're going to be up at Mines and Meadows March 13th. I want to try and do some trailside story interviews up there. So if you're going to be up there, send me a comment or a message on either Facebook or YouTube, and we'll meet up. Just a few minutes of your time. I just want to ask you a couple questions and tell me a couple of stories about adventures you've had out wheeling. So like, subscribe, and hit the bell to get the notifications of when we post videos. Thanks for watching, guys. We really appreciate it.